Princess Aiko of Japan was mocked for her horrible looks. Here is how she looks now. From birth, Princess Aiko lived a luxurious life. However, she was mocked because of her physical looks. Being called the horrible princess because of her squinted eyes, chubby face, and misaligned teeth really made her lonely. Will she overcome her challenges and become the country's first female emperor? Does she look pretty now? The Japanese preserve traditions and show a great deal of respect for their monarchy. It had been long expected that Naruhito and his wife Masako would give birth to a boy. The next in line to become emperor would be their son. However, everyone was disappointed because Masako couldn't have children for many years. Finally, when she did give birth after much anticipation, it was a girl. Princess Aiko, meaning child of love, was the chosen name for the baby. At the age of 7, Aiko started attending an elite school in Tokyo. She experienced the typical difficulties that children come across, despite being a princess. She didn't have the same looks as a teenager. Her body and face were round, and her clothes was basic. In addition, many teased her about her uneven teeth and referred to her as the horrible-looking princess. But later on, things changed. When Aiko was a little girl, some news places guessed that she might have autism, which can make it difficult to talk and be with others. They thought this because Aiko didn't show her feelings a lot and hardly smiled when people saw her. Her parents cherished her definitely. She experienced childhood in a cherishing and careful spot and definitely stood out. However, the royal family began thinking what could happen later. In those days, none of Head Akihito's kids had young men who could turn into the following ruler. The important thing to know is that in Japan, only males can inherit the imperial throne. Along these lines, the royal family began to have serious discussions about it. Some relatives had a thought. They thought about changing how the throne is given to the next ruler. They wanted it to be possible for a girl in the family to become the ruler too. If this idea was accepted, Princess Aiko could become the empress. But things changed in 2006. The head's most youthful child, Akihito, had a child kid named Hisahito. Presently, Hisahito is 16 years of age and will be the ruler later on. Along these lines, Princess Aiko doesn't have a lot of opportunity to be the ruler. That is the reason her people believed her should grow up like a regular kid. Aiko began getting taller and sorted her uneven tooth out, and her intelligent and insightful nature started to radiate through. Aiko confronted web-based harassing because of her looks, which individuals in Japan could have done without. This made her need to change herself. She felt the pressure from online remarks and chose to exercise and eat less. In the span of a year, she shed 20 pounds, yet she likewise experienced a time of anorexia. Princess Aiko, the sole child of Japanese Emperor Naruhito, has faced challenges in her personal development, possibly influenced by her mother's melancholic state. Despite rumors suggesting this, there is no concrete evidence to support such claims. From a young age, Aiko has been described as a lonely girl, finding solace in animals and expressing her joy through activities like playing the piano, violin, and writing. At 17, she embarked on a significant journey to Eton School, reportedly providing support to her mother, Masako, as she assumed her role as the queen. Aiko's academic pursuits led her to Gakushu in college in February 2020, where she focuses on Japanese language and literature. Turning 20 in 2021 marked a transition for Princess Aiko, participating in traditional ceremonies and receiving honors such as the Grand Cordon of the Order of the Precious Crown from her father. Her public debut occurred at the New Year's celebration at the Majestic Castle in 2022. In March of the same year, she held a noteworthy press conference, discussing her personal life, family, and the world around her. During the interview, Aiko shared insights into her cousin Mako Komaro's departure from the royal family after marrying a commoner in 2021. Expressing gratitude for her cousin's friendliness, Aiko remarked that she hopes Mako finds lasting happiness. When questioned about her own plans for marriage, Aiko, who had completed her second year of college, stated having no distinct plan for the future. The discussion then delved into the challenges Aiko faces regarding marriage within the royal family. While males can marry outside royalty, females must relinquish their royal status and privileges. Whether she chooses to marry within or outside the royal circle, Princess Aiko faces a challenging path. Marrying within would require finding a suitable royal partner, a rarity in Japan, while marrying outside would mean leaving the palace and embracing a common life. Contrary to tradition, an increasing number of women in the Japanese imperial family opt to marry commoners. For example, Aiko's aunt, Princess Aiko Kuroda, married an ordinary office worker 17 years ago, relinquishing her royal privileges. Despite the adjustments, Princess Aiko is content with her choice, emphasizing the significance of choosing love over titles. Princess Aiko has expressed the difficulty of shouldering the responsibilities of an emperor, echoing sentiments from surveys indicating that approximately 80% of Japanese people support allowing the title to pass through the female lineage. However, traditionalists argue for maintaining the age-old monarchy. Balancing tradition and modern values, Princess Aiko faces a complex decision that will significantly shape her future.